All right, you guys, welcome back to another organic apartment episode. This one is with Red Wigglers. I have a lot of cantaloupe seeds, sprouts. That's from just feeding the bin a whole lot of cantaloupes, man. They run through them. But these sprouts, you can tell I don't really know what to do with them. But the only thing I know is I don't want to let them go to waste, so I'll probably pick out some and, plant it. This cardboard is covering these egg cartons, which are cardboard, environmental friendly. One of the things I endorse is recycling. And these guys right here, Red Wigglers, yeah, they are some of the masters of recycling. Been doing this for thousands and millions of years, right under our feet. But a lot of us don't pay attention to it. I just think we should have more programs educating folks on what's under our feet, the microbiology that powers the world. Especially kids, because everything starts with them. Check them out. Red Wigglers. These guys don't play around when it comes to food. They will demolish it. Voracious appetite. To be so small, I think a lot of fishermen like to use them, though not as much as my European night crawlers, but they will put up a little, wiggle or two every now and then. You can see it in some of my videos with the way I edit. I try to capture moments like that, you know. This is the cantaloupe's outer shell, the skin. This is what those red wigglers do. This is what all the microbiology in our soils do. You may see a little herb in my videos, but my channel is not really focused on that. Although I do have some plants, it's really focused on just the soil, where it all starts. Because without the proper soil microbiology and all of the, proper elements in there, then there is no growth for your plants. And I'm just trying to show people how to grow this stuff organically in the other videos on my channel that deals with the plants and all that. I'm sure it's a lot of them right in this area. But you know what? Check this out. I'm going to zoom in real quick and show you why they call them red wigglers. You can see him just frantically. Look at all that. That's that soil life for you. Yes, sir. Now, as I said in another video, I don't usually go through my bins and, tear them apart. Although it is recommended at times, I just find that I don't have to a lot. So you may see me digging around sometimes, you may not. The way I got into this actually was from my granddad, I guess I could say, because ever since I was a little boy, I always remember him having a room in his house with just, what he called them baits, with just earthworms and coffee cans and whatever he could put them in. And he was always a fisher or just catching baits and selling them. So I guess that kind of just, trickled down to me. He was an entrepreneur selling, his baits, and so am I, except I do a lot of things besides baits. Like I have a lot of different YouTube channels also. And this is just one thing that I'm interested in or deal with. One of their favorite places to hang out in the middle of corrugated cardboard sheets. And that's an old tomato. Well, I wouldn't say old, kind of fresh, but a tomato that I grew. I have a lot of grape tomatoes. I planted lavender seeds from a company, and they ended up giving me a bunch of tomato seeds in the pack, and now I ended up with a whole bunch of tomato plants. So yeah, that's the story behind that. I honestly didn't pay any attention to how the seeds look or anything, but you live, you learn. Now I know. Don't trust the pack, what the pack says. All right, now lunchtime for the employees. It's always on the house. We got delicious items ranging from banana peels, lettuce, old glove right there, um, some old cat food. We got some oats, whole grain oats, uh, spinach, banana itself. Feed them pretty good. They don't really complain. Every now and then I see them might try to leave out the bin, but they don't really complain. They like this old food. Get rid of it by giving it to them instead of putting it in the garbage can. No, I just basically just put it everywhere in the bin, cause the amount of worms in these bins, they're everywhere. So put it everywhere, cause I don't really sift through my cases a lot. Matter of fact, my oldest bin that I haven't sifted is a year old, which I'll be sifting that soon because I just bought some sifters from Amazon, and I guess I can try them out while showing y'all at the same time how they work. Also, for you gardeners out there that watch my channel, um, and anyone that says plants won't grow with worms in the pot, just look in this bin and it'll show you. Or I'll do another series on growing plants using nothing but food from the store, which is vegetables, herbs, fruits, all of that, and you'll see. But the worms in the soil do not harm the plant while it's growing because they only eat organic decaying matter. Good old coffee grounds. There we go. They love these things. They'll gather in piles over these coffee grounds. These also help out your castings by providing nitrogen, a good source of, well, not necessarily a good source of nitrogen, but for the soil. Also have some mixed in with that. which is eggshells and coffee grounds. It's basically a form of grit for the worms to assist in them grinding up their food because they have what's called a gizzard. Unlike us with, stomach juices and all that, they have a gizzard which grinds it up, the food. So that's very important when having a worm bin, is their form of grit. Now, when applying eggshells to your worm bins, make sure not to use too much that the microbiology can't balance out, because then your soil, not your soil, but your castings pH will be a little high. So certain plants you may want to put them on may not agree to the high pH of your castings. So that may help solve a problem down the road or two. I always just usually throw peat moss in my bin, which helps out acidity, or blueberries, mangoes, anything acidic really you can put in there, just in moderation, because it can cause problems in your bin. And that's gonna be a wrap for this video, guys. I appreciate you for watching. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I'll try to do more voiceovers like this, but I really love editing, if you can't tell by now. But I'll try to do more voiceovers for you, give a little more feedback on how I do my process with these worms.